Okay, before we get started, we have a huge announcement. MineStock Pro, that's the mining stock research platform we use for every single one of these deep dives, is giving away free lifetime subscriptions to the first 100 users. Seriously, free forever. Go to minestockpro.app right now.
All right, with that out of the way, let me tell you about the gold miner that just committed to paying out $1 billion in dividends over the next 3 years, all while building a brand new world-class mine. This, my friends, is the incredible story of Endeavour Mining.
And this story for us starts exactly where they all do, right on the MineStock Pro platform. We were scanning the valuations page and we were hunting for that total unicorn stock, a company that has low costs, huge production, and is still trading at a great value. You almost never find all three. It's incredibly rare.
Exactly. I mean, we were looking at the MineStock Pro app's valuations page, and Endeavour Mining just leaped off the screen with something incredible. Just look at that top line, ticker EDV.TO. It had the lowest all-in sustaining costs of any major gold producer on the whole platform, just $1,020 an ounce. And that's combined with a 4.7 times price-to-cash flow multiple that the platform automatically flags as attractive. But honestly, what really blew our minds was the shareholder return story.
Yeah, let's just park on that first number for a second, because it really is the foundation for this whole story. $1,020 an ounce. In today's inflationary world, for a company producing over 1 million ounces a year, that is just world-class efficiency. Simple as that.
And this chart, which we pulled right from MineStock Pro, just illustrates the point perfectly. Look how massive that cost advantage is compared to its peers. Being the lowest cost producer creates this huge margin of safety, and it gives them the ability to generate enormous amounts of free cash flow. And that cash flow is the engine for everything we're about to talk about.
Right. Now, we've got to add a little context here. The recent guidance is a bit higher, but that's mostly because of royalties that are tied to today's much higher gold price. The really crucial point here is that their underlying operational cost structure, how well they run their mines, is still one of the most efficient in the entire world. That's the real key.
Okay, let's get into what that efficiency means, because this is the part of the story that is just so compelling. This is the income now piece of the puzzle, Endeavour's absolutely unbelievable commitment to shareholder returns.
$1 billion. That is the minimum amount of cash that this company has publicly committed to return to its shareholders over the next 3 years. For a company of this size, that is a jaw-dropping commitment. And here's the kicker, right? That billion-dollar number? That's just the starting line. The company has said explicitly that at today's gold prices, the actual payout could more than double to over $2 billion. That's not us guessing. It's a direct quote from their strategy.
And they've got the track record to back it up. I mean, look at this. They've already returned over $1.4 billion since 2021, and they consistently beat what they promise. So when this management team makes a promise on returns, you can feel pretty darn confident they're going to deliver.
So you've got this incredible income stream right now. But what about the future? Well, that brings us to the growth later side of the equation, and it all revolves around one massive Tier 1 project called the Assafou.
And the numbers for this project are just phenomenal. I mean, take a look. Assafou is set to produce nearly 330,000 ounces a year at an insanely low all-in cost of just $892 an ounce. The study shows a net present value of almost $2.5 billion and a 40% internal rate of return. I mean, by any measure, this is a world-class project.
And get this, that $2.5 billion value, that's using a $2,500 gold price. At today's much higher prices, that NPV could easily double to over $5 billion. This one single project could be worth nearly a third of the company's entire market cap today. And the craziest part is they plan to build it using internal cash flow.
So, okay, how in the world can they pay out $1 billion in dividends and build a multi-billion-dollar project at the same time? It's simple. They have turned their balance sheet into an absolute fortress. This is just amazing to me. In 1 year, they wiped out over $500 million in net debt. They took it from $731 million down to just $157 million. They are basically debt-free now, with over $1.1 billion in liquidity. And, having this kind of clarity on the balance sheet is just a few clicks away on the MineStock Pro platform. It's exactly why that free lifetime subscription offer for the first 100 users is such a complete no-brainer.
Okay, so this brings us to the big question, right? If this company is so amazing, low costs, huge dividends, Tier 1 growth, no debt, why on earth is it trading at such a low valuation of just 4.7 times cash flow? What's the catch?
Well, the answer is geography.
The market applies what's called a West Africa discount because of perceived political risk. But here is the powerful counter-argument. This company has hit its production guidance 12 out of the last 13 years. They have proven for over a decade that they can execute flawlessly and reliably, right where they are.
And look, to be clear, it's not the only risk. As an investor, you also need to consider the guided rise in costs for next year, the execution risk that comes with any huge project like Assafou, and of course, the company's dependency on a strong gold price. We have to be honest about that.
But when you stack it all up, the thesis is just so powerful. You've got the lowest cost major producer, a committed billion-dollar-plus payout to shareholders, a debt-free balance sheet, a Tier 1 growth project, and world-class exploration potential that keeps adding low-cost ounces to their inventory. It's the whole package.
It really does boil down to this one simple phrase: income now, gross later. You get paid a massive dividend to wait for a world-class mine to come online, and you get all of it at roughly half the valuation of its North American peers. It's just a really compelling setup. And you know, this whole thing just brings us right back to where we started. The MineStock Pro platform made this opportunity impossible to miss. We just sorted by cost, saw the value, and it pointed us directly to this incredible story. It is an indispensable tool, which is exactly why that free lifetime subscription for the first 100 people is an opportunity you just do not want to miss.
That's absolutely right. It's a truly incredible offer, but it is limited. You can get your free lifetime subscription by being one of the first 100 users to sign up. You get everything, all the data, the screeners, the charts, at no cost forever. Go to MineStockPro.app right now before all the spots are gone.
And finally, our disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Mining stocks carry significant risk. Please do your own research and always consult with a licensed financial advisor.